So are y'all keeping up with what's going on in Cuba right now? Because, man, it's sad what's going on over there. The people are basically out of food, medicine, basic necessities, struggling with electricity, with rolling blackouts, fuel. And this is stemming from an executive order dated January 29th, issued by Trump, clearly titled Addressing Threats to the United States by the Government of Cuba. What's crazy about this executive order is that he says it's been issued because the government of Cuba has taken extraordinary actions that harm and threaten the United States because the regime aligns itself with and provides support for numerous hostile countries, transnational terrorist groups, and malign actors adverse to the United States. Listen to this. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Including the government of the Russian Federation, the People's Republic of China, the government of Iran, Hamas, and Hezbollah. But hear me out. At the same time he was issuing this executive order specifically listing Russia and China as adversaries to the United States, he was also inviting them to serve on the Board of Peace with him. He himself, as the chairman of the Board of Peace, which I made a video about a couple of days ago, was responsible for issuing the invitations. And he himself invited, around this time, Russia and China. So if they're such adversaries of the United States, why would he invite them to be on the Board of Peace? Because make it make sense for me. It just doesn't add up for me. But moving on, what the actual executive order says is that beginning on the effective date of this order, so January 29th, an additional ad valorem rate of duty, so an additional tariff, was going to be imposed on goods imported into the United States, additional tariff, that are products of any other country that directly or indirectly sells or otherwise provides any oil to Cuba. So if a country indirectly or directly gave oil or sold oil to Cuba, we were going to place, or Trump was going to place tariffs on him. And in addition, he's placed a blockade and is not allowing oil into Cuba. And this has been going on for almost a month. And you know, if a country does not have access to oil, it affects everything. And so Cuba, it's been a month with no access to oil, and they are heavily, heavily suffering. But my question is, how does this make sense? Because how are you going to simultaneously call two countries adversaries while you are inviting them to serve on the Board of Peace with you? Make that make sense for me.